Let us begin with a new topic, lesson number 12, the muscular system and the digestive system in human beings. First, let's recall what is meant by organ system. An organ system is a group of organs that work together to perform a specific function. Examples are digestive system, respiratory system, circulatory system, muscular system, etc. How are the bones in our body joined to each other? Bones in our body are joined to each other with muscles. What are muscles? Muscles are bundles of fibers that can contract and relax as required. Muscles contract and relax as different parts of our body move. They give our body a shape and posture. What is the mutual relationship between muscles and bones? Muscles are firmly attached to bones by means of tendons, the connective tissue that connects muscle to bone. When muscles contract, there is a movement at the joint and the bones move either nearer to or away from each other. The action of muscle is necessary for all kinds of movements, from the small movement of eyelids to those that demand great strength, as when chopping wood with an axe. We use muscles for various movements like talking, laughing, walking, jumping, throwing, etc. Muscles can be broadly classified as voluntary muscles and involuntary muscles. Voluntary muscles, a muscle under our conscious control, while involuntary muscles are the muscles that cannot be controlled by our will or conscience. The voluntary muscles are present in our arms and legs, while the muscles in heart, stomach, blood vessels, intestine are involuntary muscles. The skeletal muscles are a kind of voluntary muscles. So the movement of skeletal muscles are voluntary. Whereas cardiac muscles and smooth muscles are a kind of involuntary muscles. Skeletal muscles are responsible for holding the bones of skeletal system together, giving shape to our body, while the cardiac muscles bring about contraction and relaxation of the heart to circulate blood. The smooth muscles are present in the internal organs other than the heart and carry out various vital functions of our body. How do muscles perform their functions? The main function of muscular system is movement. Muscles are the only tissues in the body that has the ability to contract and therefore move the other parts of the body. In other words, contraction is a basic property of muscles. Muscles in our body always work in groups. When some muscle contracts, the other muscles of the same group relax. This is how muscles help in the proper performance of the various functions of our body. The muscles on the front of the bone in our upper arm is called the biceps. The muscles at the back is called the triceps. Muscles of our body must be strong and efficient. Our diet must include proteins and carbohydrates in sufficient quantity for the proper growth and repair of muscles. We must also get regular exercise. It makes the muscles strong. Now let's move ahead and learn more about digestive system. What happens to the food we eat inside our body? The food that we eat gets digested in our body. Does this food mix as it is with the blood? No, it does not get mixed as it is. First, the food gets broken down from a complex substance to a simpler one, and then it gets absorbed into the bloodstream. So first, let's define what is digestion. The conversion of food into soluble form and its absorption into the blood is called digestion. The digestive system consists of the alimentary canal and digestive glands. The total length of alimentary canal is about 9 meters. Its main parts are mouth, pharynx, esophagus, stomach, small intestine, large intestine, rectum and anus. The salivary glands, liver and pancreas are the digestive glands connected to the alimentary canal. Different organs of the digestive system systematically perform the function of digestion. There are different stages in the process of digestion of food, and at each stage there is a different organ of the digestive system which performs its specific role. Our digestive system starts with the mouth. The mouth consists of teeth, tongue, and salivary glands. Teeth crush the morsel of food into small particles, and the crushed food is then mixed with saliva. Teeth. The process of digestion begins with the function of teeth in the mouth. There are 4 types of teeth, namely incisors, canines, premolars, and molars. Each type of tooth has a specific function. Like, the incisors are used for cutting or biting the food, whereas canines, these are the strong and pointed, sharpest of all for tearing food. Premolars are used for grinding and chewing food, while molars are again used for crushing and grinding food. Each tooth is covered by a hard substance called enamel. Enamel is made of a calcium salt. Saliva contains an enzyme called ptyalin or salivary amylase. Ptyalin converts starch into a sugar called maltose. The food pipe, that is esophagus, and the windpipe, that's the trachea, both open into the pharynx. A small flap called epiglottis guards the opening of the trachea while gulping the food. Esophagus. It is a long muscular tube. It connects the mouth and the stomach. It transports partly digested food, that is bolus, into the stomach. The bolus is pushed forward in the esophagus due to the rhythmic contraction and relaxation of the canal muscles. The esophagus pushes the food towards the large sac-like part of the alimentary canal called the stomach. It is a J-shaped organ placed on the left side of the abdomen. It stores and churns the food. Churned food mixes with the gastric juices. The gastric glands of stomach secretes gastric juices. It secretes mucus, dilute hydrochloric acid, and enzyme pepsin. The mucus protects the inner lining of the stomach from the action of acids. The dilute HCl activates enzymes, breaks up food, kills the germs, and dissolves hard parts that are eventually gulped along with the food. Pepsin digests proteins. Due to the churning and the action of gastric juice, the food becomes a semi-solid slurry which is slowly pushed into the small intestine. Small intestine is a long tube of 5 to 6 meters in length. The diameter of the tube is small. It is fitted in the belly region by extensive coiling. It consists of 3 parts: duodenum, jejunum, and ileum. In the duodenum, the food gets mixed with bile and the pancreatic juices. Thus, the acidic food gets converted into alkaline food. It also completes the digestion of fats, proteins, and carbohydrates. Most of the digestion and absorption of food takes place here. Absorption into the blood of nutrients obtained by the digestion of food also occurs in the small intestine. The intestinal glands. The walls of small intestine secrete various intestinal juices. They complete the digestion process by converting proteins into amino acids, carbohydrates into glucose, and fats into fatty acids. Let's understand the role of liver and pancreas in the digestive system. The liver is the largest gland in the body. It has a rich supply of blood. Its main function is storage of glucose. The gallbladder is situated below the liver. It stores the bile, the digestive juice secreted by the liver. When bile is carried into the small intestine, it mixes with the food there and helps in the digestion of fats. Bile contains bile salts. Pancreas secrete the pancreatic juices that contains various enzymes like trypsin. It helps in the conversion of proteins into amino acids, while lipase helps in converting fats into fatty acids or glycerols, and amylase converts carbohydrates to simple sugars. The large intestine. The large intestine is about 1.5 meters long. Only water is absorbed in the large intestine. A small part called the appendix is attached to the first part of large intestine. The undigested remains of the food digested in the small intestine enter the large intestine. Undigested material is thrown out of the body through the anus. Physical health is extremely important in personality development. When all our organ systems function properly, we say that we are good in health. However, harmful habits like smoking, chewing of tobacco, drinking alcohol affects our health adversely. So let's understand why intoxicating substances should not be consumed. Intoxicating substances like tobacco, alcohol, etc. affect our nervous system and the digestive system as well. Alcohol causes damage to the nervous system and the digestive system. Liver is a main organ which is affected by alcohol. Tobacco is one of the leading causes of oral cancer. Smoking has a direct effect on the respiratory system of an individual and can lead to lung cancer. These substances cause problems like vomiting, nausea, and headache. In the long run, these substances cause inflammation to the pharynx, intestine, and liver. These may further progress to cancer leading to death. Hence, such intoxicating substances should not be consumed. Thank you.